Green Day Guild Wars, baby! In this video, we're going to run through 5 different teams, and I'm going to explain all the troops, the troop interactions, and all that kind of fun stuff. I can tell from the Red Guild Wars Day video that you guys just want the teams. So this video is bringing the teams and explaining stuff, so we both win. So strap on in, let's do it. In the first team, I'm going to feature a troop that should have been in the Red Day video, am I right? It's Mr. Yao. So this team is kind of fun because all of the damage is coming from Yao in this situation, and basically you're just yowing people to death while also just like neutralizing anybody with this Essence of Evil weapon. So the nice thing about this is that Taipan is green and Yao is green, so you can use both of these on the same day. They're like best friends, besties forever.
Did we just become best friends? Yup!
That's a great combination to have with the two of them. Possessed King is really here because anytime either of these guys are casting, you're going to create a bunch of looping and tons of explosions and goodness. And then really the weapon is here just to slow everybody down as you're doing the whole thing. So you're going to have plenty of damage output with Yao, and then you're going to have lots of disable with the Essence. You're going to have tons of board control with all of this fun stuff. We're running this with Archer more so that we can get an initial Leaf Storm. So that's going to allow us to fill up Essence of Evil a little bit faster. So when you do an explosion with either of these two, you're going to get a lot more greens coming back down. And then you can blow someone up with Essence of Evil, and then you're good to go. So this is a really great Green Day team. Really the main thing to pick up from this team is that Taipan and Yao together is great. And Possessed King is really just here because anytime you're dealing with conversion troops and storms, this is going to be a fantastic lineup. The weapon is fairly interchangeable. I would prefer Essence of Evil since we don't have a ton of damage output in this lineup. So this is going to be my weapon of choice to just neutralize targets as we do our goodness with these two. So that's Green Team numero unzo. This one is taking a slightly different approach. So we've got a couple different damage output sources. So we've got Force Guardian and Glitter Claw. Force Guardian is nice because he's converting all kinds of stuff. He's turning purples into skulls and then browns into greens. So that part's fun. He also starts with 50% mana, so that's fun. So we've got green mana generation coming out of Force Guardian. We're running Jar of Eyes because it's a little sneaky interaction here with Glitter Claw. So we're basically running Jar of Eyes here, which is going to get us an Ice Storm. So Ice Storm's going to get flown, we're going to explode the board, lots of fun stuff for that. But then with the Ice Storm, we can use Glitter Claw to make it all green. So Glitter Claw here is turning all blues into greens, and then he's also fairy firing everybody. So fairy firing everybody with this team can be somewhat useful because the damage on Possessed King's active spell can be somewhat more effective here. So normally you're just going to be skull firing people down and getting constant looping situations going on, but you can also basically use Possessed King here as a damage source, but just between Force Guardian and Glitter Claw you're going to have all the good times that you could possibly want. So this is another alternative green team that you could be using. For Team 3, we're going a little bit of a beast-heavy kind of lineup, which is why we're running Warden. There's a lot of yellow mana generation in this one, which is basically enabling Force Guardian to start casting sooner, and then the greens that are coming from Force Guardian are going to naturally lead into Doomglaive casts. So this team's super nice because it's going to be tons and tons of skull damage. The other sneaky thing about this is that whenever Force Guardian casts, he's also barriering all beast types. So your Moon Rabbit, your Force Guardian, and your hero will all get barrier every single time you cast Force Guardian. And basically between Diviner and Moon Rabbit, you should be able to cast off your Force Guardian whenever you want. The nice thing about Doomglaive is that if you upgrade the weapon, you also get yourself a Leaf Storm. So if your Leaf Storm runs out, you can use your Doomglaive there to kind of get it started up again. But more than likely, you should be killing before this even has a chance to run out in the first place. So this team, also super fun. From another team point of view, we have to have a team with Mr. Gobtruffle, of course. So in this team, we're also running Archer. So this is going to get your hero 50% mana start. All the skulls you deal are going to have a 15% chance to just straight up kill people. So that's kind of fun. But then we've got Wild Queen to basically make a lot of greens, and then we've also got Gobtruffle to make greens. So Gobtruffle's giving mana to Wild Queen and your weapon and himself and Leprechaun. Leprechaun's there to just explode the board to kind of get everything started. So this team, extremely lethal, extremely potent. I would strongly recommend running a team like this with 3 Cedrics. In fact, any team that I'm showing here that doesn't have a cleanse option, I would strongly recommend on Guild Wars Green Day to be running these with cleanse medals. Basically, cleanse medals are still extremely strong even after the nerf, just because they're going to help you have some method of cleansing yourself.
Why don't you purify yourself in the waters? of Lake Minnetonka.
Because obviously on Guild Wars Day, anyone that's frozen is going to screw over all of your looping potential for all of your troops. So strongly recommend getting you some Cedric medals. And then lastly here, this is a sneakier way of using a dragon team. So this is a 4-dragon team, so the weapon here is green, Asha here is turning blues into whatever you want, Glitter Claw is here to just make even more green, and then World Breaker's there to just blow everything up. So this team also very fun and sneaky. It's not normal to use this team admittedly, but I actually like this team a good amount, so this is kind of fun. But that is your Guild Wars Green Day, quick and dirty, super sweet, fun interactions kind of team. So this is Keylime signing off. Make sure you kick some butts in Guild Wars. See you in the next one.